All right, so at the end of our last session, the three of you had left Gilder and made your way north to the small town of Vane. Vane is a small town on an island. It's like something between a town and a bridge. And Vane is a town that has a problem with the dead. And Branson sent the three of you there to hopefully deal with the issue. He likes to use the waterways for his smuggling business, and the problem person here has been damming the waterways to get to the town.
Horrible.
So you got to the town, found your way to the middle of it, and spotted a sun lamp that wasn't quite working right. Started to try to fix it, and somebody came out and said, Hey, what are you doing? This you shouldn't be here. Quit messing with the sun lamps. And then, from the other side of town, you hear some shouting. And the locals, there were just a few of them out at this time, right in the evening, they began to panic. And they started running back to their homes. The person who came out of the tavern and asked you about the sun lamps, he says, Well, what are the three of you waiting for? You gotta get inside. They're coming.
Who is coming?
And you hear more shouts from the place where you came in. The dead.
Oh, I have an axe that likes to make them dead again. I'll go use it.
You know, to be honest, yeah, we're here to help out. So, we'd like to help if we can. Where do we need to go to help out with the protection?
You should get to the wall.
Are you going to fix the sun lamp?
No, I'm going to go hide inside.
Okay, fine. Go ahead. Continue.
I'm gonna pat him. You go hide. It's okay. We will protect you. With all my might and my axe, we will help.
He points you towards the east, which is the direction that the river flows from, and says, They've been coming down along the banks of the river for days. I think the water's low enough. I think they're going to get here tonight.
They're ruining my rivers. They shall die again.
Oh boy. All right. Well, in that case, let's enough chatting. Let's get going. Hey, Rab, where are you at? Oh, there you are.
I'm here.
Do you want to do this? You want to go hide?
Oh, no. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's do
All
this.
right.
No,
let's go do this.
Yeah.
What's the worst that could happen?
Great adventure together. Let's go. And I'm going to start charging with my axe over my shoulder. Let's go.
The three of you make your way towards the eastern wall of this town.
Where the shouting is, yes.
Where the shouting is coming from. As you move through the town, you see fewer and fewer people as you get closer to the wall. And up on top of the wall, you spot a dozen or so locals, all different species. There's a Seakith, Thayers, humans. It looks like they have bows. A few of them have spears, and there appears to be a Thayers giving orders. It's pretty easy to get up on top of the wall if you wanted to. There's a ladder that would go up there. There's also a guard tower right in the center. This town's big enough that you can actually see the other ends of this wall.
Oh, wow.
Okay. It's not huge.
Oi there! Hey! I have an axe to help kill them with! Okay?
Yeah, we'd like to help out.
The Thayers looks down at the three of you. You here to fight?
Yes! I've killed one before, I can do it again!
Yep, we're here to help out. Where do you need us?
Yeah, come on up.
Alright!
You make your way up, and this person who's giving orders, he is tall. He's got sort of mutton chops.
Ooh.
Grayish skin with a couple of small horns on the front of his head.
Oh, okay.
On his shoulder, there's a small bird. A Thayers is both the person and the bird.
Oh, okay.
They are one person.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool. I like that.
And as you get up to the top of the wall, you can see that dried river. This town is situated in kind of a valley with steep hills to the east. It's almost like a bowl with hills to the east, north, and south. And down the bed of that river, you can see shapes moving, and a mist is rolling in.
Oh, that doesn't look good.
Rabberto scans and looks at the mist. Is it a summoning mist? Is it like a covering mist?
It's probably to cover whatever's coming, hide numbers, and intimidate.
The water is low flowing,
It's just a trickle.
It's just a trickle.
From the spot that you're in, with this guard tower on top of the wall, you can see that there's a spot where it actually goes right under the island.
Oh, okay.
Because it's something between an island and a bridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the pillars are on the land itself and we're up above.
Yeah, it may have been at one point like 2 islands that they built on top of and then built out from that or something like that.
Okay. That's not good. Okay.
Sir, do you have any lights that we could dump out there? Kind of illuminate them as they come in?
I mean, we got these.
And he gestures towards the archers who are lighting their arrows on fire.
Is that going to help?
Definitely
that should
could.
help, yeah.
I mean, who are you? What are you doing here? You're not from this town. I know everyone who's left living in this town.
Yeah, we just walked in.
Yeah.
My name's Tekoa. Nice to meet you. Seeketh, obviously.
Good to meet you.
Brandishes his military training. Taps his arm where the insignia is on his military garb.
Name's Friend.
Nice to meet you, friend.
And his bird says, "Nice to meet you."
Nice to meet you. You're so cute. My name is Tullana, and I am here to help you with whatever you need. And I will kill things with my great axe because it likes to kill the undead and make them dead again.
And the bird looks down at Tullana, and then back at Tekoa, and then down at Tullana.
She makes up for her height with her enthusiasm.
Okay.
And skill.
Yeah, and I'm Rabberto Conejo III. I'm a conductor. I'm used to seeing these dead, and my job is to help usher them back. So,
Conductor, huh? We don't see your
Yeah.
kind around here very much.
oh, there's not many of us in the area. We came from Gilder,
Yeah.
from the warehouse district, you know?
Mhm.
We had a friend who said that some of his people just never came back, and so we're helping him out. You know, the only good necromancer is one that is a dead necromancer.
Yeah.
Dead.
Here, hold on a second.
And he turns.
Archers! Ready? Fire!
And they all shoot off their flaming arrows through the sky.
Oh,
They
so
land.
pretty.
Right at the front of the mist. As they hit the ground, some of them fizzle in that little trickle of water.
Mhm.
Others make that mist glow with an orange light.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Oh yeah. We're here to help.
We're gonna get to things wherever you need us.
If there's a necromancer that's doing this, we got to figure out which one it is and send them down the river.
All right. I've got a group that's going out tonight. You want to join them?
Oh yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. If you want to head down through the tower right here,
Mhm.
there's a little ledge that would normally go down to a dock, but you can get out there. You'll see the party down there already. Actually,
Alright, okay.
you can look down and see them if you want, but you know.
What's the goal? What are we doing? Are we going to try to undam the river up ahead? What are we doing?
I don't think we have time to do that. We just need
Okay.
to not let them in here.
Well, yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get going.
If you can
Ren,
spot
Ren?
the necromancer, just give us a signal.
Okay.
Do you have any idea what sort he is? They are. It is.
I can't say I've met him. I don't think anybody in town's ever seen them.
Okay.
There's been rumors around the area of a masked necromancer, but
Worst kind.
Maybe he's trying to protect himself, but we shall kill him.
That's right.
Tekoa,
Hmm.
your necromancer wore a mask.
That's
Just saying.
just saying. It
I mean,
could be a fashion
yeah.
statement, you know. I mean, we all wear masks. You'd be killing a lot of people
yeah,
these
some,
days.
some, it's a necromancer thing, but I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah. Did you get a good look at what kind of mask or what they've been saying about the type of mask? Just curious. I know you're
I
busy.
don't- It's all rumors.
Okay.
Some say it's bone, some say it's silver, but
Mhm. That would be stupid if it was silver.
well, it's not going to hurt them.
Yeah, that's okay. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay.
Just out of curiosity, undead's type. Are we just talking like
We don't know.
walkers? We're talking like floaters? We're talking about bloaters? We're talking about any weird inky looking things?
Like the last
Ghosts?
couple of days, what have you seen?
Walkers and bloaters, and again, rumors, but some people have seen something big in the countryside.
Oh boy. All right.
Perfect.
And we'll get down and
Well,
talk
everything's
to
big to me,
the
so.
party.
True.
Fair point. That's a fair point.
As you are making your way down, would Rabberto like to do a check on the types of dead?
Absolutely.
Because he has a book.
I do.
Oh, good point.
Forbidden knowledge.
Forbidden knowledge. Boost for your book.
Okay. Boost for the book.
Average.
That's purple.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You have it. You got
Can I get another boost because I'm a conductor?
You can have a
Pretty
reluctant
please?
boost. Yeah.
a reluctant boost.
I'll take it. Rolling.
2 successes, 4 advantages.
Woo.
Okay. So when he said you said walkers and floaters,
Mm-hmm.
right? Walkers are probably just plain old dead things. Dead bodies that had souls taken from the rivers and thrown in there. Floaters are a dead thing called a knock, an N-O-C. And what a knock is, they are dead that died in a river. So they're just particularly nasty. And you also would be able to, let's see.
Are they the ones able to cross water without having fear
They're
of
not. No, they're not.
it? Okay.
Is there actually a thing that can?
Yes.
That sounds
there
terrifying.
is.
Oh, great. Wonderful.
When you are fighting against them, you probably don't want to be knocked down, and they, at least little bits of water, like this stream in the center, they're not going to have any trouble crossing. The regular dead would probably have trouble crossing even this little trickle.
Do floaters want to drown you with like weird kisses and stuff?
No,
Like-
they just want to.
Okay.
They're going to do the same thing everything else does, which is just make you dead so that you can be another dead thing in the necromancer's army. If they were free, maybe they would do something special, but in the service of a necromancer, they're just going to do the necromancer's wishes.
Are there any others?
You did get 4 advantages.
He did.
You mentioned a large one.
Something big.
Now there was a legend of what was it? A Hellbling? Was it a Hellbling that took one out in Gilder, or was he? What was his name?
What are you thinking of?
Oh, well, I was thinking of some of the legends that are around of different paladins.
Is it one of the saints' days?
Yeah.
Yeah, Saint Igmalien's Day.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't necessarily out of your book, but just putting some pieces together, you remember a story of a holiday, an unofficial holiday, since it's for a saint, that is celebrated in Gilder, called Saint Igmalien's Day. And in life, Saint Igmalien, the story is that he single-handedly faced a massive creature made of hundreds of bones and dozens of dead spirits called a bone construct.
Oh.
And in modern times, they celebrate by doing elaborate costumed dances in the streets.
Good
Fun.
old Saint Igmalian.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I had an uncle who would he dressed up and he ended up with stilts, and he scared the living dickens out of everybody one year as he came shambling in, and then Grandma took him out, and they started calling her a saint, so it was cute. He got in trouble.
You know,
He had to rock a whole field by himself, and I'm not talking like rock as in play music. I mean, that's like dig out the stones, and we had some really big ones where we were at.
how delightful. So, speaking of stones that are blocking ways in the way of things, I don't suppose we can actually help these people out by getting to the river and undamming it, can we?
I suppose we could.
Well, I could swim pretty well.
In the trickle of water?
Well, I mean, I can take the river up until where it is, and then I can get rid of the dam because, those pesky beavers do that,
That's
and
true.
they're so annoying. And I'll be more than happy to help destroy a dam.
Yeah.
It's just, well,
I like the idea, but we got to make sure the rest of the party
town doesn't disappear too.
Yeah, and
Right.
they have people down here, so
So we're saying this as we're going down.
Yeah. And you make it to the little stone pier at the bottom. It's probably an 8-foot drop to the bed of the river, but there's a little iron set of rungs on the side of the pier.
and before we get too far, we just because we remembered Saint Igmalian, we never is that sound like something that this necromancer would make? Or what other large things could it be?
I don't think you are aware of any other large things that it could be. There might be other large things that it could be. It could potentially be just like a powerful spirit straight out of death.
Oof.
But that would probably, I don't know. I feel like that might get a little more attention than just a hulking
something
pile
in the
of-
hills.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Okay.
point. Hey, Roberto,
Yeah, man.
just he's like keeping his voice kind of quiet. He's like, I don't know, but they did say masks was on the necromancer that's seen around the area. The one that did the thing had a mask. I wanted details.
Oh, did it?
I mean, it could be a fashion statement, but
Mhm.
if
Well,
not,
Terminus fashion can't get away from itself. So, hey,
just letting you know.
do you really? Oh, you think
I
the
don't
rivers are
know.
that good to us that we can
Well-
actually? Oh no. Well,
I mean-
I wish you were a little more optimistic in this, but it would be kind of nice for you to be. Oh yeah, the rivers are so kind. The sea is definitely in our current.
No, it's
or
totally,
whatever-
except
however
for
you
the
would say
fact that I can't go back in the sea or the current or anything like that. So, that's just, initial reaction.
Okay.
Apologies.
No, I see what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
You picked
And-
up what I've laid down. Excellent.
I picked up what you laid down.
I'm digging in my bag, and I take out my wooden idol of one of my gods, an idol of one of the gods that we serve called the Builder of Heavens. And she is very powerful. And so I'm going to start praying to this Builder of Heavens to see if she can help me destroy the dam.
Oh,
I like that.
So I'm going to get down and I'm just going to lay my axe by her as my offering and weapon to use. And I'm just going to put her up and I'm just going to start praying. She was raised to believe that they help. So she's going to do that. And then she's going to, when she's done, she's going to put the idol away. And then she's going to say, all right, my axe has been blessed. I shall go destroy it now. See you later.
And you make your way down those iron rungs.
Yes.
And Rabberto follows.
mm-hmm.
And Tekoa, it doesn't feel good when you make
Of
your way
course it
down
doesn't.
those iron rungs.
No, it doesn't. It's just like I got touched with the iron rod. It didn't feel good either. We'll make it work. Gonna go through this. Just go down them one step at a
Is
time.
there a way that I can use my advantages to put a blessing on her axe?
What do
Or
you
can
say?
Mm.
What do you say to pass a boost on,
Or maybe he sings.
to pass a boost on, that'll probably be used in 20 minutes rather than immediately.
I would say, can I see your axe?
Sure.
And I would give it a ting, like I was trying, like you would do a sounding,
A tuning
a tuning fork.
yeah.
Yeah, I would hit it and I would let it ring out, and I would hold it up to my ear, and I would I would give it like the same kind of blessing that she would say, kind of like we did with the good luck charm on the door knocker.
So when you hold my axe, it's evenly balanced. It's very odd because the great axe, it looks like it will not be balanced.
Oh, that's a nice little axe, a heavy little sucker too. You have a greater strength than I do. Yeah, I would say, oh, may this axe ring true and the light of your God flow over it.
Meanwhile, Tekoa has made his way down to the riverbed, and there are maybe a dozen soldiers. Looking at them, you've got military experience. These people aren't real fighters.
Oh, no.
Maybe hunters at most.
That's better than nothing.
They have decent weapons, but it looks like they were not really made for them. Maybe picked up on previous battles, or they're kind of all over the place with what they've got in their hands.
Oh, boy. All right.
They're all sort of standing nervously as that mist is getting closer. And since you're down here, you've got this large stone wall behind you, topped with a wooden palisade. And with that stone behind you, the sounds coming from this mist are coming at you and echoing. And you're hearing the sound of bone on bone and scraping joints and wet sounds.
I was thinking, remember how in military movies they have the fireworks that would shoot up and it would rain light out and it would just hang there for a while?
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking about shooting an arrow that does that magically.
You want to cast a battle sun?
Yes.
Okay.
I want a big stinking carrot in the sky. That's what I want.
Let's get a let's get a roll.
First roll of the night.
Yeah.
Second roll of the night.
Second roll of the night.
I'll lean over to you two and I'll go, I'm going to cast a great sun and put it up in the sky for us to kind of shine. You want to check these guys' gear and kind of give them a little rousing boost or something while I get this casting, okay?
Sure.
Okay, I will encourage everyone. I'm good at that.
You are wonderful at that.
Puts a hand on her little shoulder. Let's go.
Okay, people, we are going to win. We're going to do great things. Make sure you keep yourself protected.
Hey, regardless of the voices, the sounds you hear out there, make sure that you're focused on what we need to be focused on, which is what you can see is what you can hit.
Hit it with all your might, and then turn and hit the next one with all your might, and you will live, and we will help each other. Just make sure not to hit your friends, okay? Okay.
Friendly fire's never friendly.
That sounds like a leadership check.
Oh, gosh.
Which neither of you have, I know.
I know.
What is
You're both 2 greens.
2 greens. All right.
So one of you can roll 2 greens with 2 boosts, one for the assistance and one for being so enthusiastic.
Yeah, I think that Tullana needs to do it, yeah.
And I'm going to make it against a purple and a red with the flip of a story point.
Purple and a red.
Do you want to flip back?
Because these people are nervous and they don't know you.
So I'll flip and go to a yellow. So I'll have a yellow green. And then I get a boost die.
2 boosts.
2 boosts and a red and a purple.
Yep.
All right.
Would you look at that?
Oh, look at that.
1 success and advantage. Keep going, people. We are going to do so great today. Okay? We are going to win. We're going to do great things. We are going to do amazing things. And when we're done, there's going to be stories told of all of our expeditions that we just did today. This fight will go down in history. You will be amazing.
And on top of that, make sure that you have a battle buddy so that way you're working together.
Keep your back protected. Keep each other protected. Very good advice.
And as the 2 of you are talking to them, you see them sort of straighten up a little bit, and they are inspired. They feel like they can do this. They had little hope before you started talking, but now they're ready.
We can do it. Keep going. We're amazing. Keep saying that. And keep saying, die, thing, die, and they will die again. Okay?
And Tullana, you want to get on the right flank, and I'll take the left flank. That way we can be with them and help shore up their defenses.
Sure. What's a flank?
The side.
Okay, I'll take the right side. You take the left side.
Yes, that's exactly what I was saying.
And then we're going to get some magic from Rabberto.
Yeah. Ready with the magic whenever you are.
So while they're giving their inspiring speech, what is Rabberto doing behind this group?
Rabberto is pulling out his bow and arrow, and he's wrapping... What is he wrapping it? He's got to wrap a stone of some sort. What's a bright stone that...
I don't know. What's on the riverbed?
Oh, there's tons of agates out here. Yeah, and it would depend on the color. It would probably determine what color sun it would be, right? So if I find like an orange one and look like a big old carrot in the sky. It's all right. So arcane or divine?
Your choice.
It's a simple one?
No, I want to add difficulty to it just because.
Well, if I add extra difficulty, can it do extra stuff?
Potentially. What did you have in mind?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're using Conjure, you'll be using Arcana.
Yeah.
Your additional difficulty can make more than one, can make it larger, can make it further away, which you'll probably want to do to get it high in the sky.
Yep.
You could use it. You could do summon ally, and then you can command it once it's up there. Otherwise, it's just going to sit up there.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, yeah. We'll just do that. We'll do the summon ally.
And range?
In range.
All right. So then it's hard check. 3 purples.
Okay.
You can flip a point if you want.
I'm going to flip a point and upgrade. Can I get a boost because it's an agate from this riverbed? And people are used to finding their agates?
Yes, but if that boost shows up with successes and advantages, I want to be able to have that advantage for myself.
Okay.
I think that's a fair trade there.
Rolling.
Ooh. But
Okay.
hey, there's 2 advantages came off that boost, so...
Yeah. So that's a failure with 4 advantages. Make sure you take your strain.
I'm going to use that strain to heal my strain of casting that spell.
Okay. And I'm going to take one of your advantages. So what does that failure look like? What happens?
I'm going to roll in. Can I roll an archery real quick to see if that's what it was?
You can just narrate if it was the archer, your shot, or the magic itself. Though it was probably the magic itself because that's the check that failed. Did it like you shoot it up, and as it goes up, it sparks and sparks and sparks, but then it comes down, and as it comes down, it goes into that mist, and in the mist, you see like an orange, just like an explosion of light, which then just sort of sucks back into itself.
I think that's perfect.
Okay.
That makes sense, because that means it cast it, but it didn't last. It didn't do the retaining thing that you wanted.
And as it lit up that mist, you could see the silhouettes of dozens of things. And the mist stops. It stops in a weird way. It's like stops like it's up against a wall. And the sounds coming in from it stop. It's just silent. And everybody should probably roll initiative now.
And we knew it was coming, so that's definitely cool.
You know what it was? I think it was also Rabberto didn't sing, and I think he was trying to be more militant than bardic.
All right, you have the first 3 slots.
Are there enemies within range? That's the question.
So the enemies are probably at about medium range. I say probably because you can just see the faint glows of those previous arrows from up above. They shot them a little bit further into the mist. There are a few gray shapes within the gray mist that you can see, but you can't see all of them anymore. Not like when Rabberto shot his son into the center of it.
Battle carrot.
I do have a question. When
Yes.
he shot the battle carrot up and I saw the light, did I see where the dam was?
Oh, no.
Flip a light side point.
Okay.
So when Rabberto shot his arrow up and you could see it spark, and then glow, you followed it up with your eyes and you see this sort of bowl-shaped valley, and at the far end of it, off in the east, you can see sort of a cliff face that was probably a waterfall at one point. And it looks like there are sort of a series of waterfalls that go up, and there's no water coming up any of them. But maybe like 4 tiers of waterfall up, you do see a heavy cascade of water up there.
Okay. And how far away is it?
Kind of far.
Okay.
Like he said, we probably wouldn't have time to get there and save the town in the process.
But if you want to, split the party,
No!
I'm totally fine with that.
Okay.
So what I'm hearing is basically we have the orcs waiting in their line of fog, and they're not approaching just yet.
Yeah, there's a bunch of dead things, and since they don't have a turn, they are in their line.
Oh boy.
I think I'm going to cast
Another Rattlesnake?
I think I'm going to cast another battle carrot and have it hang this time.
Okay.
least they're closer now.
Yeah, now that they're closer, it's going to work.
Roll that thing.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2 purple this time, right? Because you're not needing to do the range, right?
Yes.
I'll flip on it so that you can have some light side, some light story points.
Please let
only
it move in the
so that you could
trenches.
have
Only.
I
Yeah, not
appreciate
for
that.
explosions or
no other reason.
premature
No.
sun battle carrot detonations.
There you go.
Oh no! What?
And
You did
fantastic.
both! How did you do both?
That's a very good roll.
Wow.
I love it.
So that is 3 successes, 1
Mhm.
threat,
Yeah.
1 triumph, and 1 despair.
Great. So you pick up another stone from the
Yeah.
ground without looking. And what do?
I let out this loud whistle. It's a Kanara alert whistle. It's kind of a... And I chuck that thing up in the sky. I'm not shooting the bow this time. That didn't work. And I chuck it up as high as I can. I think it pops in the sky. And then there's this large orange globe hanging over us and moving up and over the fog.
Okay. What's your triumph?
Can my triumph be...
You want to choose one of those other effects for
I
it?
do.
Maybe?
I do.
Like what? Greater
Summon an ally?
summons.
I have to summon an ally. What would a Kanara summon that would be an ally?
I kind of feel like it would apply to this item, this sun that you summoned,
Yeah,
so that you can move it whenever and wherever you want.
I think I like that.
That's cool, because that means he gets to stay around
For now.
for now.
Yeah.
And I'll take my...
But then there's a despair.
There's a despair and a threat. So it goes up into the sky
Mhm.
and it sort of hangs there. And as it hangs there, it elongates just a little bit. And as it elongates, it seems to be forming 2 suns.
Oh.
And they move away from each other. So they sort of separate and they start rotating around each other. One is orange like the sun and one is bright white. And as they begin to move around each other, it sort of creates this weird strobing effect that is not going to be particularly fun.
Oh no.
Now we have dueling suns.
Mhm.
Apparently.
Yeah. I mean, you can move them, but they're going to be staying in that sort of the orbit with each other. So you can see, but it's also distracting.
Nailed it.
Who's up next? Are you going to go try and find the dam?
Well, since I know where it is and they're in the daytime, I can go take care of it.
True. But are you going
So,
to wait? It's practically daytime now.
It is magically daytime, and they don't like the light, so...
What can we see now that he's done that?
Yeah, you see the shapes again in the fog, and most of them are the size and shape of your typical person, but there's one that is slightly larger and a little bit more grotesque shape. Right now, you see 8 in the closest bit of the fog. 7 small, 1 big.
7 small, 1 big. Okay.
Yep. Not huge, but
All
larger
right.
than the rest.
All right, people, let's go.
Is it 8 or is it 16? Those shadows are just moving around in there, back and forth and back and forth. It's a little bit difficult to tell.
Okay, so we're in this riverbed, and there's... How big was this river originally?
It was pretty wide. I'd say 40, 50 feet wide.
Wow. Okay, so deep-wise...
Not huge, but yeah.
Depth-wise?
What did I say with, I think it's maybe about 8 feet deep? Not super deep.
Okay, but deep enough that there could be, like, boulders and rocks and, like,
Yeah.
cover, so to speak,
Yep.
around here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to take, I guess I'll take my maneuver to move up short range. So take a maneuver to move up range.
Okay.
And then I will take my action to get into cover or defensive position.
Great.
That way I'm
Okay.
not rushing headlong into them, but I'm also now more fortified when they do come.
Okay, so undead don't like running water.
Yes.
So they don't like water, period, right? Like, if it's running water.
It has to be moving water. It has to be reminiscent of the 7 rivers.
So if I take the water from the trickling...
Wait, you have magic.
I do.
Oh,
If I take the water and I swirl it around them, it'll be moving, and I can hit them with it, right? And it will affect them, right?
Yes, you could. That's going to be, I think it's just going to be a magical attack.
Okay.
Is it a magic attack or is it like a barrier?
It's a barrier if you want to use it as a barrier.
I want to
It's a magical
attack
attack.
and kill. I
this
want
is
the dead to
Tullana.
go away.
This is Tullana. This is a magical attack.
Let's see. Primal.
Yep, primal works. To get to their range, we're going to add an extra purple, so it's going to be 2 purples for medium range.
I'm going to do where I hit more people, so I'm going to make it a hard check. But
Okay.
then I'm going to upgrade my check. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So I'm going to spend a light side point if someone can flip that for me. And
So
that
which one is it that you're adding? You're adding blast to it?
Oh dear.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so it'll be my 3 versus 3 purple, right?
Yep.
Okay, and I get no boost unless, because it's running water and they're undead and I'm a warder and I deal with water.
I'll give you a boost. Yeah.
Okay.
What about another boost because there's still a trickle of water in the area? It's not like she's making it out of nothing.
The only reason I'm hesitant to give that boost is because there is a talent that does that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay.
That's okay.
It's component casting.
Oh,
Okay.
that's cool.
So we'll go with this roll and see what happens.
There you go.
Oh,
2 successes, 2
2 success,
advantage.
2 advantage.
which
All
means
right,
you
so-
can trigger blast.
Yeah. Okay. So I need to know if you were shooting the little guys or the big guy.
Well, the big guy, because I figure the little guys would be easy to take care of.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
All right. So tell me what that looks like. What did Tullana do?
So Tullana, instinctively, never having done this before, but she uses water, she just doesn't realize it's magic. She pulls the water up, and it swirls around like an orb, but it just kind of swirls like a continual circle. And she throws it at this guy, and it circles around him and through him and all over him, like circling him, just continually just running around him and touching him and attacking him,
Cool.
like growing little
Yep.
arms to smack him,
Oh, I like that.
In this light of these twin swirling suns, it just takes on this wild appearance as this moving water and these moving lights and these dead things that aren't moving at all, and then they charge out of the mist. Tekoa's behind a rock, right?
Yes, something, yes.
Okay. So these things just charge out of the mist towards the small group of guards and Tullana and Rabberto, and you see the waterlogged skin of this thing that you just enveloped in water, and it's just gooey and wet, and it runs at the group of you. And the 7 other things, they were people at one point. You can't tell what they are anymore. They're just masses of skin and tissue and bones and teeth and elbows and sharp fingers, and they charge at everyone. I need a hard fear check from everybody. Thanks for listening to another episode of The Otherplace. Loving the show and want more? Join us and other fans on Twitter, Instagram, Discord, and Patreon. The Otherplace is a production of Nightcast Creative. For more info about us and our other projects, visit nightcastcreative.com.